Hello, welcome to a brand new week. Now that means a brand new jewellery vlog. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Leanne. I'm a metalsmith with a business called Leanne Allison Designs, where I design and create sustainable jewellery for eco-conscious souls. Now, one thing I'm going to be looking at this week is that intro, because I'm not sure if it's going to work for me anymore with this new collection, but you know, everything is still sustainable and I still make for eco-conscious souls, but I might need to just rejig that intro a little bit. So I'll keep you updated on that. Now, today's launch day. Last week, I was going to launch my new collection and it didn't happen. There are a few things that tripped me up. It was supposed to happen midweek, and by the middle of the week, I wasn't feeling very well. I don't know what. Part of it was headaches and part of it was just blur. Today, I'm still not feeling great, but I'm determined that I am going to get this launched. My headaches are starting to ramp up, and you know, there is that concern that they will knock me out for a day or so. But at the moment, I've got enthusiasm and I am feeling well enough to get things done. I've also, my shoulder, I've got frozen shoulder and it's really playing up today. I'm sure it's trying to just push me. Just to make some decisions and to get some things done. So yeah, I will do what I need to do, and then if I need to rest a bit later on, I can. Now, on the cards for today, launch, that is going to happen this afternoon. Now, part of the reason I didn't get it done last week, as I said, was health, but then there was a bit of fear, there was a bit of frustration, there was a bit of me arguing backwards and forwards with Instagram. The fact that Instagram didn't argue back, it was basically just me arguing with myself. We are not going to even discuss that. I'm just frustrated with Instagram. I've had enough of it. I don't like it, but we have come to an agreement. I'm going to use it for the time being, and then, yeah, we'll see where this collection goes. And after that, I will make a decision. So today, it is going up whether I like it or not. This collection is getting launched. I've got some other pieces that I have almost finished. So the Buffalo bills are pretty much done. They just need to be sealed. I've got another set of toadstools, and that's good. That means I can have 2 toadstool listings. I've got some large ladybirds, which are partly done. There are some small ladybirds. They obviously need a lot more work. Some small cherries and some large cherries. Clearly one is slightly more advanced than the other. And I've got some bees, which I need to paint. They're not as urgent, but yeah, I want to try and get those done because it would be nice to have another pair of bees to go up on the site. I also need to take some photos of these Banksias. I've mentioned in another video that I painted them and I really don't like them. They are kind of growing on me, but I don't love them. So yeah, they'll be one of the first things that I want to be sold. I want them out of my house and out of my studio. But yeah, so I'll need to take some photos of those to get those up as well. What else is on for this week? It's going to be a kind of busy week. I've got a doctor's appointment on Friday, but that's at 9:30 in the morning. So I'll walk down there and that'll sort of partly do my exercise for me as well. But other than that, not a whole lot on, like not a whole lot scheduled. So once this launch happens, it'll just be a test and see, I suppose, see what else I need to do for the week. Now, obviously, I'll need to market the new pieces. That would be good. So I'm going to get to work. I'm going to listen again. This is just, it's crazy. So Mumford & Sons released a new song called Rushmere. And I love Mumford & Sons. Huge fan. Loving this song so very, very much. And I've been listening over and over. I've been dancing in my chair, dancing around my office. I've just been loving it. So I'm going to listen to that another couple of times while I'm painting. There's also a podcast episode that I've been listening to from the Happy Pear podcast. And the episode is Exploring Sustainable Farming with Jade Miles from Black Barn Farm. Now, Jade is the one that has written that book, Future Steading, that I'm reading at the moment. And this podcast episode is amazing. It's great. Just listening to her and her story and her thoughts. So yeah, I'll get back into that as well. All right, time to do a few things. I think I might get these things painted first. And yeah, then I will send an email to my list about the launch and then get everything else ready for the launch this afternoon. I'm doing it this afternoon because that's when most of my followers will be online. Yeah, I'm nervous, but it's going to happen. All right, time to do some work. I'll see you soon. Okay, it's Monday evening, and guess what? I haven't launched. I am so annoyed at myself. I am so annoyed. Part of the problem was we were actually down at the shops at the time that I was going to launch. And then we got back and I was working on a few things. And then I was like, oh my goodness, you were supposed to press the button and send the stuff out from Canva to Instagram. Did not happen. I think part of what held me back was that I was working on these other pieces. And I suppose in a way, I just feel like these pieces need to be part of the launch because they're going to be part of the collection. So I managed to finish the Bubble bills. They're nicely sealed and looking cute as. I did the bigger ladybirds. They all just need their findings now. I have got an extra pair of toadstools, so I've now got 2 of those. The bees have got no further. The big cherries have gone no further. The little cherries have gone no further. The little ladybirds, I had done them both, but I wasn't happy with this one, so I sanded it back. So I need to finish off that, put her dots on, and yeah, paint this one up. But yeah, at least these are ready to go. I can get the listings done. It's just a matter of taking the photos. So I can do that tomorrow morning. So they will be ready to roll. All right, I'm going to go to my friend's house tonight. I've had my dinner and yeah, I'm going to walk to her house. I need the exercise. I need the fresh air. I've had this headache just niggling at me all day trying to catch me. But yeah, hopefully the walk will do me the world of good. If not, then yeah, I will be coming home early and going to bed. All right, that's it for this evening. I will see you again tomorrow morning. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow, hopefully it is going to happen. It is happening. Leanne, we are launching tomorrow. We are launching this new collection tomorrow. There is no ifs, no buts, no excuses, none of that. We are launching tomorrow. All right, I will see you tomorrow.
Hi. Okay. Want some more? Yeah? Want some more? Good boy. Oh, everyone's coming now. Look, we started something. Look. It's a hot day, isn't it? Oh.
Okay, it's Tuesday. That means it's launch day. Oh, launch day. I posted on Instagram last night and I pushed that out to Facebook. There's been some interaction on that post, which is good. I don't get a whole lot of interaction on Instagram or Facebook, but you know what? It's out there. So people know the new collection is launching today. The ladybirds are done. They've got their findings. They look fantastic. I've got a friend who loves ladybirds, so it'll be interesting to see if she buys a pair and whether she goes with the big pair or if she prefers the smaller pair. So I'll have to get those finished so that they're ready to go up as well. The cherries, I haven't done any more on those. I am debating on whether or not to finish those today or whether to do another sort of addition to the collection in a couple of days' time, because basically the cherries are the only things that are left. I did want to get another set of bees done, but you know, I've got a little bit of time up my sleeve to do that towards the end of the week. So as long as I've got one set to show people, that's fine. I also need to upload last week's vlog. That's pretty important because today is vlog day. So I need to finish editing that and get that up. I've also got another video, which is part of something that I want to call in the Jewellery Studio, Creative Chats. And that's talking about lessons I learned in 2024. So I want to get that up as well. That may not happen today, but I really want the vlog up. So yeah, I'm going to have to get into it. The Bubble Bills, they still need to have their findings. What I may end up doing is just borrowing findings off another pair of earrings, at least to just take photos, and then I can just get into the studio to make a new set of findings for BOB. Okay, I think that's all the waffling for the moment. There is so much going on in my mind. There is so much on my to-do list. A lot of it is fine. It can be done later in the week, but I'm just sort of stressing myself out and I need to relax and maybe just drink my tea. It's in my Auntie Corn cup today. It's a reminder that I'm like a normal aunt, only way more awesome. And I am awesome today. Look at me go. All right, I will be back soon with an update. Okay, it is Wednesday. So yesterday I launched my new collection. Yay! I finally did it. I feel like a weight has been lifted. And it's funny because I was so nervous about it and all of that. And then I just did it. I just hit the post button on Insta and it went out. And then it went out to Facebook as well. The response so far has been brilliant. I haven't made any sales yet, but it is still very early. I've got a lot of content that I need to create for socials so that I can really push this new collection and get it out there into the world. I have got some Pinterest pins ready to go, but yesterday afternoon I actually spent some time clearing up my Pinterest account because I've decided that there are a lot of pieces that I am no longer going to make from my original collection, and I've just whittled it down to my silver circle earrings and then all of these new pieces. So I had to take out a bunch of old listings and pins. So that's all done and I'm happy with that. I know that I said last week I need to sort of do some painting on maybe Thursdays and Fridays each week so that I can keep that collection ticking over, and I'm going to do that again. It also gives me something to show you guys, which is great. But yeah, the really important thing is that, you know, if I've got things that sell well, so if, say, for argument's sake, the ladybirds sell really well, make sure that I've always got some ladybirds in stock. And things like the toadstools and maybe the daisies, those smaller pieces. And then when I am doing a launch or I have an idea, make one of the larger pieces then. So I want to do some sub collections. This first lot of pieces, as I said, was going to be my core pieces so that I could just launch the collection and then do sub collections after that. The first sub collection I want to work on is botanicals. So I'll have to sit down at some point and write down what things I want to do. So I want to avoid getting caught up in the whole, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to actually sit down and list the pieces that I want to make and then work out which sub collections they can be part of and not just make pieces willy-nilly. If something really strikes my fancy or if something is coming up and I think it will be perfect for it, then I might sort of stray off the path slightly. But yeah, I need to remain focused. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up with a bunch of pieces that are just kind of all over the place. Yeah, okay, I've got to work on that content plan and then get some content done. Social media, as I said, don't love Instagram. Facebook's a bit easier. My family and friends are mostly the ones that are looking at that. So that makes it a little bit easier and also I'm just pushing out my content from Insta. It's not as though I'm making anything brand new for there. So I thought what I will do is do a bunch of shorts for YouTube and then just repurpose them as reels for Instagram and see how that goes. But yeah, Pinterest is looking good. Everything else needs a lot of work. Okay. Another thing I was going to talk about was something that I found. I found it via Melissa Muir, who is a metalsmith, and I'm like, I need one of these in my life. It is called an easy saw clamp, and because of all the sawing I do, like things like this, I cut this out by hand. So, you know, I get my jeweler's saw and I cut all around there. And anyone who's been making saw-pieced jewellery for any length of time can tell you that, you know, for some people it's easy and they have no dramas with their hands, and then other people really struggle. I struggle with my hands. I get aches in my hands. I have worked out that a lot of that is to do with menopause, so I am working on that at the moment. But yeah, I just struggle to hold the saw for long periods of time. And I struggle to hold down pieces like that as I'm sawing because they're so little. So I want one of these easy saw clamps. Now I've seen it in use, and I'm absolutely in love. The only thing is it's going to cost me at least $654 Australian, probably plus postage. And then there's another little piece that I want to get to go with it. And so it's going on my list of things to buy at a later date. It's going right to the top of the list because I think it will really help me with sawing out some of my pieces. So yeah, if you want to buy something and help me to get towards my easy saw clamp, that would be great. That would be wonderful. All right, I need to get on with some work. I've got plenty to do. Sorry I didn't pop back in yesterday. I was busy editing videos and getting those uploaded. Then I had the launch, and also, as I said, I was clearing out my Pinterest account. So I had a bunch of stuff going on, and the next thing I knew, it was dinner time, and I thought, nope, I am going to have a night off. And then you know what? I didn't have a night off. I went back to work. So yeah, I think I am having a night off tonight because I'm going to have dinner with my parents. All right, it's time to get back to it, and I will catch up with you again shortly. Happy Thursday. So the little ladybirds are finished. I just need to seal them and they're completely done. What I was thinking I might do with these is just pop them on a normal ear wire so that they don't hang as low as some of the others that I've got. Just change it up a bit, something different. Now the cherries, they're sketched in, so I've got a large pair and a small pair to do. I've also got a set of bees which are sketched in, but I haven't painted them yet. I want to do a video of me painting those, so I've put that off for a little bit. I've been doing a lot of work just editing videos, and I realized that I need another external hard drive just for video footage. So that is high on my list of priorities, and I need to clean out some more stuff off my Mac. It's amazing the stuff that you accumulate over time. I've had this MacBook since about, I think, 2020 or maybe 2021, and it's just full of junk. So I need to do a big clear out. What else is on for today? I might go for a walk. Actually, I might walk to the library and drop off one of the books that I finished. I finished The Windsor Knot, which is one of those Her Majesty Investigates books that I had borrowed. It was okay. I think part of the problem was that I'd been reading Harlan Coben, so I was kind of up here, and this is a cozy mystery, and it was, yeah, totally different. So yeah, I will start reading the next one and see how I go with that. And yeah, it's hard when you find a new series and it's a little bit different to what you had been reading, because yeah, you sort of, it wasn't that I was expecting something, because I really didn't know what to expect, but it is completely different writing, obviously. And yeah, I'm not sure if I loved it or not. So I'm just going to let that sit for a while and see how I feel about it later. But I may walk down to the library to return that book. That way I get the book returned and I also get some exercise in, and then I can meet Doug down the street so that we can go and do some shopping. All right, what else is on for today? Social media. I need to do some more social media content and yeah, get this video uploaded. Not this video, the other video that I was working on before. And I need to sort out, I'm trying to do each week a creative chats video. So I need to work out what creative chats video I'm doing this week, because I need to record that tomorrow. So I need to have a list of those. I've got a bit of an idea on what I'd like to talk about, but yeah, it's just deciding which one. All right, I'm going to go and do some painting, and yeah, I'll get back to you soon. Welcome to Friday. Okay, so I had to go to the doctor this morning. I had to go and have a blood test as well. Thankfully, that was inside the doctor's surgery, so I got it all done at once. I did walk, so that's about a 5 kilometre round trip. It's about half an hour there, half an hour home. And yeah, so I'm back and I am ready to roll. The larger cherries are coming along nicely. They still need a little bit of work, but they're nearly done. The smaller cherries, one set hasn't ripened yet. They still need to ripen, so I need to do some work on those. And the bees. I started doing the base coating for the bees, and then I thought about it and I'm like, Oak Hill Gallery has got this session on tomorrow afternoon between 1 and 4 where you can go down and take whatever you're working on. So I can take my bees and my paints and my brushes, and I can sit with other artists and just work. You just pay a small gold coin donation, and yeah, you get sort of 3 hours of time to chat and work. So I thought that might be a nice idea. So if I do go over to the gallery, I would be working on the bees. So I'll think about that. The thing is, I did want to do a video of me doing the bees, almost like from start to finish. So what I might do is just cut another set out, because I can always have more bees. They are going to be popular, I think. So I am happy to do another set of bees. What else have I got on? I need to do another video. I've been writing down a list of videos I can do about just creative chats, and I've got a ton of topics that I want to talk about. Other times it'll just be something that pops up and that I think about in the moment, but a lot of them I'm like, oh yep, I'd love to chat about this, I'd love to chat about that. So that's for the creative chats video. I need to make a lot more of these little stud pieces for my earring collection and for any new pieces that I'm making. So I might do that today as well, actually, because it's going to be 25 degrees, but it's a little bit overcast, which means there won't be sun beaming down on the studio roof and through the studio window. So yeah, I'm going to look at that. I do want to change around my studio. I might have to wait until Doug gets home, because a couple of the pieces of furniture are a little bit heavy and he will just do his nut if he finds out that I tried to do it all on my own. I don't know that he'll be happy with having to help me do it, but he would much prefer to help me than to have me just dragging furniture around on my own, because one of the pieces is my really big bench, which used to be my workbench. And then when I was having the studio renovated, the guy who was doing it didn't come around for ages. So all of my stuff was kind of outside and in another shed. and my bench top wouldn't fit in the other shed, so it had a tarp over it and it actually warped. So I just wasn't happy using it. So then I used it as my soldering bench. But I miss the bench. I miss using it. And I'm like, yeah, I can still use it. It's fine. It just warped sort of so that it had a bow in it. So I've tipped it upside down and it's working fine. So I think I'll just move that bench and use that as my main bench again. It's a nice high one. I really like it, which means that I can sit up high and work. And then when I'm soaring, I can just get my smaller chair and push that in. And yeah, I think I'm going to do that. If I don't get it done today, I will get it done at some point over the weekend. We have a long weekend this weekend. It is Australia Day on Sunday. And yeah, I think the weather's going to be nice for the whole weekend. Monday it's going to be stinking hot, so I don't know how much I'll get done on Monday, but yeah, I'm going to make the most of a lovely weekend. Might get some gardening done as well. All right, I'm going to go and do these cherries, look at that list of videos and see what I want to record, and yeah, then get out into the studio and do a little bit. If I remember, I will try and record some footage of me working in the studio, but I am notoriously bad at videoing myself doing things. It is so funny. I can sit down and I'm like, right, I need to record a video, and I can talking head a video for like hours. I could sit here just chatting to you for hours on end. When I have to record myself doing something, I just completely forget. So I get wrapped up in what I'm doing. Plus, not having a tripod, I still need to organize my tripod. I will do that next week. I'll show you my current setup in a moment, my current tripod. All right, then I'm going to go and do some work and yeah, and drink some tea. I think the Auntie Corn cup is empty. It needs a refill. So I'm going to go and refill my cup and yeah, do some work. This is my studio. That's the soldering bench, but that's my original workbench that I want to move. So I want to move it down there into that corner where I work, and I want to get rid of that bench and then move this bench. And then there's just so much other stuff in here, like the wheels for the kayaks and the travel bird cage and the Bunny's travel cage, all my spare market tables and all sorts of stuff. There's just heaps of stuff. So I need to tidy up and I need to just move things around. So I think I'm going to get stuck into that now. Okay, so it's Sunday and yeah, today's Australia Day. So we don't have much on today. There is a gallery market at Oak Hill Gallery, so we're going to pop around to there. We've also got to clean up some more of the trees in the backyard and load them into the ute to take them to the waste management place. On Friday night we went to Safety Beach. We took a big bag of lemons. So we've still got a lot of lemons on our tree. So we took a big bag of lemons to one of the food trucks down there, which is a seafood truck. They do fish and chips and they needed lemons. So we gave them a huge bag and they gave us some fish and chips, which was lovely. And yeah, so we sat looking out over the water of Port Phillip Bay. So it was a lovely evening. Now you might be wondering why there's no Saturday video. Saturday turned into absolute chaos. It was crazy. So we had decided that we wanted to do some work in the garden. I was going to go to Oak Hill Gallery and do some painting, but I changed my mind because it really was a great day for gardening and we had some trees that we wanted to take out. So we've had some ornamental trees at the back of our property just along the fence line since you know, we moved in. They were planted before we moved in, before we bought the place, and I hated them. They're deciduous, so you know, every autumn they would drop their leaves, and there'd just be leaves all over the garden through winter, and yeah, they just didn't serve a purpose. Well, you know, it's great to have trees, but I wanted to put in some fruit trees. So we decided to take these trees down, and then we can plant some fruit trees and citrus trees, which is what I want. So we were cutting down the trees, and one of them was quite big, but it was much heavier on one side, and we didn't realize that. And it came down at a different angle than we thought, and it fell directly on top of me. So it knocked me off balance. I fell over, and then the tree came down on top of me. It cut my head open. It's not a huge cut. It's more like a paper cut, but it poured blood all down my face. And at first we thought I might need stitches, but it also, yeah, I've got some pretty decent scratches and bruises all over me. So yeah, I'm in a little bit of a bad way, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I did laugh in the end. I couldn't believe that an entire tree fell on me. I was trying to save my plants. I didn't want it crushing my plants. But yeah, so I had a shower and cleaned myself up, and we picked up my parents' ute, and then we cut some of the pieces of branch into smaller bits, and then we took it away to the waste management place. Today we need to do some more of that as well. So there's no more cutting down of trees. It's just cutting up the branches that are there so that we can get rid of them, and then we can dig out the roots, and I can go and find myself some citrus trees. Yeah, so we might go to the market, I think. So I'll try and get some footage while I'm there. And yeah, I'll also show you the disaster that is currently our back garden. Oh, and we took out the washing line with one of the trees. It crashed down over the washing line. So we have to fix that, because that's where I hang my pieces to spray them with sealer. I did manage to get a couple of pieces sealed yesterday, or three pairs. So larger cherries, smaller cherries, and the smaller ladybirds. But yeah, so that was my eventful Saturday. Hopefully today is a lot less eventful. And yeah, but I'll pop back in a little bit later just to wrap up for the week and let you know how everything went. But yeah, for now I am going to go and get changed, and we'll do some more tidying up in the backyard, and I'll yeah, nurse my wounds after an entire tree fell on me. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. Hello. Well, today's technically Monday, but I'm wrapping up Sunday's video. The studio, I feel that it's looking really good. It's yeah, it's really coming along. I've moved it all around. It feels so much bigger than it did before, which is amazing. I have still got to paint. Like it's been like that for about 2 years now. So yeah, I'm obviously in a hurry to do that. I want to hang some pictures up as well so that the place looks nice. And yeah, there's a few bits and pieces I need to do. We want to bring some of the metal shelves in here from out of the shed so that we can put some things on there, which will be great. And yeah, eventually we'll get some more storage, which will be good. I want to get a rolling toolbox with a wooden top to put sort of just here beside me. But yeah, I'm happy to be back at my taller bench. I'm on my tall stool, which I like. But then I've got my bench pegs here just beside me. I'll just tilt that down and you can see. So I've got my bench pegs there. And what I can do is pop sit down onto a lower chair to be able to work with the pegs. And that's better because it means that I am then a little bit lower, and the bench peg is at about chest height, and it's much better for soaring. So yeah, I'm really happy with how things are coming along. Okay, well, that's the end of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it wasn't great for me. Obviously, Saturday just wasn't brilliant after being crushed by a tree, but I'm here. I can tell the tale. I can laugh about it now. Yeah, the bruises and the scratches will take a while to heal. This bruise is coming along nicely. Look at that one. That's great, isn't it? Oh, and it's that purpley colour. It's gonna go that awful green. Oh, just looking forward to that. All right, I'm gonna sign off for the week. If you have enjoyed this video, please drop a comment. Let me know that you're loving it. Also, please like, subscribe, and yeah, just click on the notification so that each time I release a video, you know about it. But yeah, when you like and subscribe, it really helps me to get the channel out there. And yeah, I would love to see some comments. That would be great. All right, I hope you have had a wonderful week, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.